Welcome to an exploration of the King's Doctrine, a unique spiritual teaching presented by Tyson Palmer, a young Australian who describes himself as both a Christian and a spiritual messenger. At its heart, the King's Doctrine proclaims the absolute victory of Jesus Christ, emphasizing that the work of redemption is already finished and that spiritual rest is available to all through faith. Palmer's message is one of unity and restoration, inviting people from every background to experience peace and freedom by embracing this completed work. What sets the King's Doctrine apart is its blend of classic Christian beliefs with New Age concepts, particularly Palmer's claim to be a vessel for Sananda, a spiritual identity often associated with Jesus in esoteric circles. This teaching is not tied to any one religion or nation, but instead offers a philosophy of restoration and love. As we journey through the core tenets, Palmer's personal story, and the doctrine's place in the wider spiritual landscape, we'll see how it both aligns with and diverges from mainstream Christianity and New Age thought. Let's meet Tyson Palmer, the founder and central figure of the King's Doctrine. Born in 1999 in Windsor, New South Wales, Palmer's journey is marked by a blend of traditional Christian upbringing, martial arts discipline, and creative pursuits in music and media. He left formal schooling early to focus on karate and later developed a passion for gospel-themed music, producing original works in rock and alternative genres. Palmer's online presence is robust. He shares his teachings through YouTube, Instagram, and Bandcamp, reaching a global audience with videos, music, and self-published writings. What truly distinguishes Palmer is his bold claim to be the vessel of Sananda, equating himself with the returning Christ figure. While he insists that his mission is to glorify God and not himself, this assertion places him in a unique, even controversial role, one that blends prophetic zeal with a modern, tech-savvy approach to evangelism. Through his doctrine, Palmer invites others to embrace spiritual victory and rest, positioning himself as both messenger and living example. The heart of the King's Doctrine are 5 core tenets that blend Christian theology with Palmer's unique interpretations. First is the finished work of Christ. Palmer teaches that Jesus' sacrifice and resurrection have already secured absolute victory over sin and death. This victory, he says, is not just a future hope but a present reality. Second is the gift of rest, which means salvation is received by faith, not by human effort. Palmer urges followers to rest in what Christ has already accomplished, echoing the biblical idea of grace. Third, the Helper refers to the Holy Spirit, whom Palmer describes as the ongoing presence and guide for believers, confirming the truth of his message. The fourth tenet is perhaps the most distinctive. Palmer's claim to be the vessel of Sananda, positioning himself as the physical channel for Christ's completed victory. Finally, the royal invitation teaches that all are invited to become children of the King, sharing in divine inheritance and spiritual authority. These tenets are illustrated through vivid analogies such as the Lion King and are designed to empower followers to live in freedom and purpose. King's Doctrine stands at a fascinating intersection between Christian orthodoxy and New Age spirituality. On one hand, it affirms many classic Christian beliefs: one God, Jesus as Lord, salvation by grace, and the guiding role of the Holy Spirit. Palmer frequently references the Bible and grounds his message in Christian terminology. On the other hand, his claim to be the vessel of Sananda and his use of concepts like ascended masters and Christ consciousness align closely with New Age philosophies. This blending leads to significant divergence from both traditions. Mainstream Christianity rejects the idea of a new incarnation of Christ before the Second Coming, while New Age teachings typically embrace a more pluralistic, less Christ-centered approach. Palmer's doctrine is unique in its insistence on Jesus as the singular king, even as it borrows from universalist and experiential New Age themes. This syncretic approach invites both intrigue and skepticism, challenging followers and critics alike to reconsider the boundaries of faith and spiritual authority. Tyson Palmer has leveraged modern digital platforms to spread the King's Doctrine far beyond his local community. Through self-published works on the Internet Archive, Palmer offers comprehensive studies, manifestos, and creative fiction, all centered on his doctrine's themes of victory, rest, and spiritual inheritance. His YouTube channel features explainer videos, audio sermons, and live Q&A sessions, while Instagram and Bandcamp showcase his music and bite-sized teaching. Palmer's novella, The Whitewash, uses allegory to illustrate spiritual truths, and his gospel-themed music aims to inspire and evangelize. This multifaceted online presence allows Palmer to reach a diverse audience, engaging seekers through music, storytelling, and interactive content. By making much of his material freely available and encouraging sharing, Palmer fosters a sense of community and accessibility. His approach reflects a new model of digital ministry, one that combines traditional faith, personal charisma, and the creative use of technology to invite others into his vision of spiritual renewal. Summary: the King's Doctrine is both a bold reinterpretation of Christian faith and a personal spiritual vision. Tyson Palmer's message centers on the finished victory of Christ, the gift of spiritual rest, and the invitation for all to become children of the King. By blending elements of Christianity and New Age thought, Palmer challenges conventional boundaries and invites seekers to experience God's love in a new way. Doctrine is not just a set of beliefs, but an invitation to rest in grace, to embrace spiritual identity, and to participate in a community shaped by unity and peace. Whether one accepts Palmer's claims or views them with skepticism, the King's Doctrine sparks important conversations about faith, revelation, and the evolving landscape of spirituality in the digital age. Ultimately, it stands as a testament to the enduring human search for meaning, belonging, and divine connection.